What's up, kings and queens? So today I'm going to be showing you how I make my rose water. This is organic roses straight from my garden, pesticide free. Rose water is a staple product for our skin and for our family's hair. So I run out of the commercial rose water a lot, and this year I got a really good turnout on the roses, so I decided to go ahead and make it, and it came out really great. So as long as I produce roses, I'm going to be making this myself from now on. So all you're going to need, depending on the size of the roses, I use about 4 roses for this formula, and you're going to take all of the petals and put them into a bowl. And make sure that you give them a good wash, especially for me because they're outside. They might have a few bugs on them and things like that, so you want to make sure they're nice and clean. I'm using kind of a homemade distilled distraction process. It's where you boil the water. You put a bowl in the middle so that the bowl that you use to put on top of it has a place to sit. You're going to fill it up with your roses, and then you're going to pour distilled, purified water on the roses. The more water you have, the more rose water you will get. I did find that when you fill it up too much, that the bowl does not want to stay to the bottom, so you can't fill it up, way too much. Then you want to put a bowl on top of that bowl, and that is going to catch all of the water. So you take your pot and you turn that upside down and make sure that it's sealed tight, and from there you're going to take a pack of ice and you're going to put that on the top. And the whole idea is, like I said, is a homemade distilled process. While you're boiling the water, that is going to melt the ice, and that process is going to start that contrast of heat and cold, and that rose water is going to leak down the top of the pot and into the bowl. And this is what I got after, I want to say, by the time that the ice melted, I got about a cup. So I refilled the ice a couple of more times, and then I was able to get a few more cups. And this is what it looks like once the water is pretty much boiled out. All you have to do is just fill all of your bottles up, and then I even put a little small one that we can use for our face, and then 2 we're going to use for our hair. Alright, so I'm actually going to show you how I moisturize my hair at the end of the day. Most of the time, because I have baby locks and I just wash my hair, or my retwists don't last as long as I would like them to, because they are baby locks and going through the locking phase, I wear wraps pretty much all of the time. Under here is a mess, but before I get to that and show you just simply how I like to hydrate and moisturize my locks at the end of the day, I just wanted to say that the roses, there are several different forms of different forms of how you can make rose water. Roses can be used in several different ways. So this is actually going to be a series where I go through the list of different ways that you can utilize roses. And another thing is that I know that everybody is not going to be able to have their own rose garden. So if you are the one to buy from the store, just make sure that you try to use organic roses, one that is not chemically treated or have pesticides on them, because when you break them down or boil them or however you decide to use them, if it's going to be applied to your skin or your hair, that will seep into your skin, and you don't want those side effects that can cause, where there's irritations or allergic reactions or anything like that. Nowadays, pesticides and chemicals causes cancer. Everything causes cancer. So you just want to stay away from that. Just try to go to a Whole Foods store or a natural store and try to get your roses that way. So I definitely wasn't kidding when I say that my locks look a mess at the end of the day. They are dry and they desperately need some hydration. So this is what I do before I get into the shower. I like to spray the rose water before I get into the shower, so by the time that I go into the shower, my hair is nice and soaked, and then that heat is going to help open up my cuticles, because I do have low porosity hair and it's a little bit hard for it to get really hydrated. and moisturize. And then after I spray the rose water, I apply my oils to my scalp. I massage that, stimulate it, and that's about it. So I hope you like this video. Until next time, be you, be beautiful, be blessed.